Hi, you guys. Welcome to your timeless pick a card reading. Today's message is all about who's secretly in love with you right now. We're going to dive into their energy, their hidden emotions, and what spirit wants you to know about it right now. So take a moment to breathe deeply and choose the pile that calls to you most. And I will see you on the other side. Hi, Pile One. Thank you so much for being here. So let's get into the message of who is secretly in love with you right now. We're going to start out with their energy, see how they view you and what they are not saying. And then we will look into maybe what their next actions are. And then we'll end with a closing message for you on what you need to know about the connection. So their energy right now, let's see. We've got the Three of Wands, so this person quite possibly could be watching you. We have the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Star card. So this person looks like they have feelings for you and they want to get back with you, okay? This might be a blast from the past. This might be someone that you're in separation with. This just might be someone who this with the energy of the King of Cups, I don't necessarily feel like this is a new connection. So I'm getting for most of you guys, this is a connection that you have been involved with before. We have chaos and conflict. So there may have been some chaos and conflict between you guys. I do feel like this person has deep, powerful emotions for you and they wish to heal, reconcile things with you. You know, this person also kind of comes off as someone who maybe promises things emotionally that they're not able to keep because that's coming through. And I felt like if you're knowing who this person is, this is a person that kept you kind of in limbo where you were always kind of waiting for things to move to the next level, but they never quite did, or they haven't yet, depending where you're at with them. I do feel like under this person's cool, kind of calm, emotional landscape, they do feel a lot of anxiety over you and the connection at this time. So let's see how, or I'm sorry, what they're feeling, but they're not saying. So they do feel like they need to prioritize their self-care. They are feeling a little bit obsessive about you at this time. They feel disappointed. And, you know, they may feel like perhaps you love someone else. So just take what resonates. I mean, you may be feeling that about them as well, but I'm getting that they feel that way about you. We also have envious. Yeah, so I'm getting that. Is that this person might be watching you on social media and they are feeling like you are in love with someone else and they're disappointed. They feel, and it's bringing something out of them, you know, with that envious and obsessive energy. There is also like this relief energy that I feel is tied to the self-care. So I feel like they're trying to prioritize their self-care at this time. They have deep emotions for you, but they may not, you know, they may have anxiety on how to necessarily get to you with the Three of Wands. That's like planning and preparation and trying to figure things out. It's not really like a card of action, but more of a card of like kind of waiting to see where things line up. This person is feeling a lot of chaos and conflict within themselves right now, but this is who is in love with you. Let's go ahead and see how they are viewing your energy and what their next steps are towards you. How are they viewing pile one? All right, so, wow. Okay, so they do view you as a very strong person. They might feel like you're not very patient, you lack direction, and they might find you to be very introverted and a bit dodgy, secretive, or otherwise someone who is wanting little to no involvement with them, because that's coming through. They might find you as someone who really keeps to themselves more than, I don't know if I want to say more than they should, but just really, really in hiding. They might even view you as someone that ghosted you or something, or ghosted them. rather, I'm sorry, ghosted them. But that's how they are viewing your energy. But they also view you very spiritual as well with the Strength card, and they might feel some tie to spirituality with you. So let's see if they're going to kind of make a move towards you. We've got the World card, so that's a lack of completion, so they don't feel like things are done. But they don't feel also like you guys are able to maybe express things. They're holding on to a lot. I'm also hearing this person's holding on to guilt, maybe even shame. Take that only if it resonates. This person may feel like they're blocked in some type of way, like they can't proceed with you. So they want to, but there is a challenge, you know, where they can't. But they're definitely holding space for you. So it might be one of those things where you would need to take action in order to get things going. And I'm not giving you guidance to do that. You need to follow your guidance, what you feel that you ought to do. But that's kind of where I'm seeing the energy is maybe you would need to take some sort of action to get things going. But honestly, just word to the wise, I don't feel like this person is bringing any kind of grounded energy. So just, I don't know, I feel like this chaos and conflict, that's there for a reason. So, I mean, it feels like you guys have a very deep and powerful soul tie, and perhaps you learned a lot from this person. And sometimes we, you know, sometimes we have to leave it at that, but definitely, you know, follow your heart because it's not a personal reading, it's collective. And so there's probably more to your story than what I'm picking up collectively. But let's see what your channeled message is, what Spirit wants you to know about this connection in addition to what I've said already. So we have the Page of Wands and the Two of Cups, and that is about, this is about exploration, deep exploration that you don't need to necessarily do with this person. But if there is like some kind of soul searching or some kind of learning that you are trying to figure out about this person and just about you in general, in terms of connections, the Two of Cups is saying like, in which ways were we not harmonious? And in which ways have I brought in relationships that weren't harmonious? Because I do feel like you're on a new path. You're well on your way to something, you know, that can be very grounding, very supportive for you, but it's about allowing that in, making a decision to say, I'm not going to waste my time with relationships where there is no harmony, there's chaos, there's conflict, and, you know, building yourself back up, building, you know, your strength. It might take strength and courage to walk this new journey because I do see like something kind of switched you gears, and maybe that is why this person's kind of coming through their energy instead of maybe reaching out to you, is something kind of changed gears, and Spirit came in and said like, boom, you know, you're going this way instead. What's the message of the Ten of Pentacles? Yeah, there's happiness here. So you're on the path of enlightenment right now. So keep doing what you're doing. I know sometimes we have a lot of questions about, you know, X, Y, and Z, but Spirit is saying for now, like things are basically lining up to provide happiness and harmony and a positive outcome for you based on the path that you're on. So I do hope this helped and resonated. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you know the next time that I post a video. And until the next time, bye, Pile 1. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to see who is secretly in love with you. I'm going to pick up on their energy, how they see you, what they may be feeling but not saying, their next actions towards you, and then we're going to end with a channeled message for you. So let's see who this person is. All right, Pile 2. Okay, lots going on here, but I feel like this person is someone that has a tendency to run from conflict, run from, maybe you felt like this was a runner-chaser dynamic, or because it just feels like communication was heavy between you guys. Maybe even there was some words or some things said or done that left you confused. You left you at a point where you felt you know, very exposed or vulnerable or something like that. And it feels like this person, you know, they they came at you wrong, or they were even misleading. Um, I know it sounds like kind of cliche to say, well, this is the person that secretly loves me. Well, this person is definitely maybe even regretting, with the Seven of Swords, how they treated you, like, you know, realizing how special you were, whether this is a person you're currently involved with or not. But I feel like this person is holding on to a lot of things, because this person sabotages all the time. This person has a tendency to fly off the handle or say things they don't mean. And with this milk and honey card, I feel like there is a part of them that wants to come through as warm and generous to you. But I'm also getting like kind of that energy of like, is this real though? You know, is it smoke and mirrors, or is this real? Like, that energy is coming through. And I feel like this could have been like hard on you with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like, this connection really had you feeling some type of way, and you may have needed to step back and prioritize your healing. Like, this could have literally been a dynamic that really took a toll on you. Okay, so let's see what they are feeling and not saying. We have Sagittarian energy. We have Cancer energy. We have Scorpio energy. How this is like, I know I'm only doing 3 piles, this pile 2, but in all the time of doing like piles and stuff, I've never seen like 3 zodiac signs come through. So Scorpio is about closure. It's a very transformative energy. It can also, it's a powerful energy of change. It's the Death card energy. It can feel very, very heavy and dark and very challenging as well. And it's right over the Queen of Pentacles. This connection changed you for sure. And I feel like this person is deeply remorseful, and they're deep within their feelings right now, trying to process everything that went on between you guys. We have agitated and we have restless. Yeah, so this person doesn't know what to do. They are feeling stuck. You know, after the damage is done and after everything is said and done, you know, that energy of like, what do I do? How do I fix this? How do I, you know, and I almost kind of feel like this person isn't quite at the awareness to even know the answers to those questions, you know. I feel like they need more time, more space to kind of figure that out. If they were to come to you today, it would still feel like confusion and hurt, and for some of you, maybe even some deceit. Versus if they were to come to you later, a little bit more healed, if that makes sense. But let's see how they're viewing your energy. How is this person viewing pile 2's energy? We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 10 of Cups. So they feel like you're not in a good emotional place, you know, and they feel like they could have played a part in that. They might feel like you're waiting on them to communicate, or you're waiting on some information. Yeah, but they feel like you know what you want. You're very intentional with your energy. You're someone that knows what you want. You're ready to be in a partnership, or you were ready. Just take what resonates. You're waiting on information. You might be waiting on word. You might have already sent a text or a phone call to this person. You're waiting to hear back from them. But they feel like they made you sad. I mean, that's coming through. They want you to be happy, though. They feel like you're maybe sad over the connection, but overall, like, you're an optimistic, happy person. But they feel like they could have played a part in making you sad. Let's see what this person's next actions are towards you. What is their next actions towards pile 1? 3 of Cups, the Temperance, 4. I mean, they want to see you. There is going to be some type of exchange, though, with the Six of Pentacles. I do feel like this person wants to see you. There is going to be communication here. Yeah, this person's going to come out of the woodworks, but there's confusion. I mean, you might be trying to figure out, should I let this connection go? Maybe you already decided that with the World card. But this person might come through like, I've changed. Give me another chance. Let's at least see each other. But you're going to be like, you know, I don't know if I, you know, even legitimately, if this person's changed, I don't know all that we've been through, if I can see past that and like give a clean slate. That's coming through. So that might be something that you have to think about. All right, so let's pull a oracle message for you on what it is you need to know about this connection. And then kind of get a channeled message for you. What does pile 2 need to know about this person and this connection? We have Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. So there was pain, there was hardship. You might have identified that this was like a twin flame or soulmate. If you resonate with that terminology, I definitely don't get fixated on that stuff myself. But for those that do, I do feel like this person caused some sort of pain. And, you know, there are people that come into our lives and everything has some value, right? Whether they're coming in to love us, forgive us, be there for us during a difficult time, or there's that kind of pain element, whether they are the catalyst to some sort of change so that we can see, because nobody can make us feel anything that we don't feel already. So I'm sensing that you were probably a person that struggled with your self-worth and not believing that you were worthy. And this person came through so that you can see that you are worthy of time, affection, love, devotion, and all of those things. And the absence of helped you to kind of see that mirror, that lens a little bit more. And I do realize that is, you know, that's very difficult. It's very painful. And I'm hoping that you've seen your value. You've seen your worth through this. And if you want it to be, this could be the end of that era. And what you choose to do with this person moving forward, you know, that's up to you. This is a collective reading, you know, get a personal reading if you want more guidance on this. But where you're at specifically as a human and a person, like, you're beautiful, you've been through a lot, and you do deserve love. So that is what I'm seeing for you. Thank you so much for being here, and make sure to hit the subscribe so you know next time I upload a video for you. And until the next time, bye. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to see who is secretly in love with you. So exciting. I'm going to channel their energy, how they see or view you, what they are feeling but they're not saying, and what their next moves are. And then we're going to end with a channeled message for you, guidance on the connection. So let's go ahead and see who this person is. Okay, so I can see this person. I mean, this person has intentions to do the right thing. You know, they are very conscientious of their energy, how they show up, the things they do. You know, they have a really clear indication of like right and wrong and responsibility and things like that. This person comes across as someone who can be overly needy to the point where, you know, it can be a lot to hold space for this person, because, you know, their energy can come off as, how do I want to say this? I don't know if I want to use the words codependent, but very close to that line. And I feel like this person has a false sense of kind of what your guys' relationship was. So whoever this person is, they didn't quite understand what they were or who they are in your life. We then have the happy card. So this is a person that I feel like they try to be like overly happy or show you some type of version of themselves that isn't, the lines are blurred is what I'm getting. Like they weren't always happy when they were saying they were happy. They were camouflaging some kind of pain or some kind of, something they were going through. I mean, for some of you guys, maybe this is even codependency or addiction or some type of behavioral health matter or something like that. But I feel like this person definitely was struggling or is struggling with something and trying to gain clarity, but also trying to do the right thing. So that is who this person is. Let's see how they're feeling, but what they're not saying. We have grieving. Yeah, so this person is in a sad place. They might be grieving you, the connection, or they're just grieving in general. We have summertime. So summer is something that is important for you guys' connection. We also have bad habits. So there's that energy of like maybe there's addiction or something, health related that this person is struggling with. And let's see, we've got practical. So this person wants to be practical. They want to like right their wrongs or do the right thing. They're trying to be thoughtful. With the moon card, I feel like they are getting into like their emotional intellect. They're kind of some subconscious, like, why do I do the things I do? They're trying to, they're trying to figure that out, which is why I get that this person is trying to see things from a higher perspective in a way, but I feel like they're kind of caught up in something at the same time. Let's see how they are viewing your energy. How are they viewing pile 3? We got the Devil card. So they might feel like somehow your energy, your guys' energy together commingled, just kind of like fed the addiction or the bad habits or the toxicity or just kind of the dysfunction between you guys. Because I'm getting kind of this broken home energy. So if that resonates, that you guys were like married or maybe even common law marriage, or if you guys came from dynamics of like, oh boy, this is going pretty deep, but for some of you guys, maybe even child abuse or neglect or family neglect or something like that, where maybe there was those dynamics maybe within one of your guys' family or both of your guys' family. And it's like, I want to do better kind of energy. Like I want to, have a better home life than where I was raised, because that's coming through. So this person views you as a person who's still working kind of through your struggles, but trying to maintain your happiness at the same time, trying to shift a negative into a positive, but that you struggle. Let's see what this person's next steps towards you. What is this person's next steps towards pile 3? We have the Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Star card. I mean, this person is really making the biggest wish ever to basically be re-involved with you or to have some sort of clean slate with you on a romantic nature. But I'm already seeing like some of your guidance is there is red flags. It's like one of those connections where I hate using like terminologies, but for the sake of you just understanding what I'm saying, if you understand when I say like trauma bond, people that basically imprint on each other because you have similar traumas, which can either ground you and help you because you guys can support each other through it, or it can literally drown you because you guys keep, mirroring that energy and it just triggers you, because I'm seeing that. So I feel like this person is hesitant to maybe reach out, or they want to reach out, but there's kind of this feeling of avoidance or, how do I want to say this? feeling of avoidance or feeling like they shouldn't, or maybe just getting that feeling from you. I mean, they feel like they can have something long-term and stable with you, and they feel like you're the kind of person that brings like that stability. I mean, you might feel like a safe spot to them where they feel safe and secure, but that wouldn't be a good enough reason to be in a relationship, especially if they are feeling drawn to you for a sense of safety, because that feels more kind of like an outlet. So just being sure that when you guys show up for each other, you're showing up to add value and not necessarily to attach your value to that person. So take it if it resonates with you, but I'm seeing that in the situation. And that's certainly what I would tell this person if I were talking to them. But let's go ahead and pull your oracle card and see what Spirit wants you to know about this person. What does pile 3 need to know? Here we go. We've got stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. Number 51, reciprocity. So right now you're at the gateway of basically limitless possibilities. The sky is the limit for you. And when you cast your desires, your intentions, like don't be surprised if there is just multiple pathways for you. Because you're at a point where it's like clear reset and now charge, and then it's like boom, you know, like reciprocity is ready to meet you. That could be new connections, that could be this connection, that could just be life in general, like things, because there's a very karmic balance here, a karmic energy as well. And so something may have come for full circle in your life, and maybe this connection has something to do with it, where you are bringing in more reciprocity, where you are bringing in that karmic balance. So, you know, the sky is the limit. So Spirit wants you to stay open, stay present, but also understand that there is unlimited potential. So don't like get hung up on one story, but rather stay open and flexible. And if you feel, you know, called to explore this, you know, definitely do. Like, this is what I see collectively, but you can get a personal reading. We can look deeper and see what your guidance is. But I do hope this helped you, pile 3. Thank you so much for being here, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you know next time that I upload. And until the next time, bye.